What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Baldy and the Big Guy. What's going on, dude?
Not much, man.
No.
How you doing?
Good.
Christmas is right around the corner.
Christmas is upon us.
Merry Christmas to you.
Wait,
Merry Christmas to you. Wait, that's the wrong tune.
the song?
That's a happy birthday
I don't know
song.
if that's the right song.
That's not the right song.
Close, though.
Is there a song
Something
for Merry
like that.
Christmas? I mean, other than Christmas songs that are in
Jingle
general.
Bells. You know, Jingle Bells was actually made for Thanksgiving.
I didn't. Oh, I have a fucking crazy thing for you. You know the song "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree"?
Yeah.
That was written by a 13-year-old girl. She sounds like an old lady with like,
Yeah.
years
didn't know
of
that.
menthol cigarettes. No, she when that song was recorded. So she's still alive. She's 80-something years old. 80. I think she's 80 years old now.
Interesting.
But she recorded that song when she was 13. So the version you hear on the radio, she recorded when she was 13, which is crazy.
know
She
that.
sounds like a fucking
It's kind of like those weird
35-year-old woman with like
those boys, like 12-year-old, sound like fucking like some old-timey singer or something.
yeah.
Like
You
their
hear
voice
you hear
doesn't
them occasionally.
match.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Right.
match.
Like,
So
what the
that
fuck?
one does match. Yeah, I saw this meme. It was like it says, you know how those memes where when you see them, they're like once you see this, you'll never hear it another way, right?
Yeah.
So it said and you'll have some pumpkin pie. Well, the meme says, and you'll have some fucking pie. So I was like, okay, now it's every time I hear a song that says I want some fucking pie. So then I said to my brother, he's like, the craziest part that is that a 13-year-old wrote those lyrics. I was like, wait a minute. So I went and did some digging. I was like, holy shit. I
didn't know that
I had
either.
to fact check my brother,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit, a fucking 13-year-old wrote that song. Oh, I
The
don't know
more
if
you know.
I should say, I don't know if the 13-year-old wrote the song, but the 13-year-old definitely sang the song. So that's crazy regardless.
Yeah.
So kind of cool.
Christmas
cool
trivia you didn't know you needed to know, but now you know
Brenda Lee. No, not Brenda Lee. Brenda.
You even know the chick's name?
I literally Googled her earlier.
You went down a rabbit.
I Googled her literally before the podcast because I was like, I wonder how old this chick is.
That's hilarious.
I think it's Brenda something. Yeah, Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee, 80 years old.
Cheers to you, Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee, thank you for giving us
classic.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks again for joining in. I'm Greg. That's Peter.
Yeah.
Go out, like, subscribe.
The loud people in the background are our wives.
Yeah.
If you can hear them.
They're doing something there. So
getting drunk.
Yeah, do that. Go
It's
out,
our
like,
Christmas
subscribe,
party,
hit the thumbs up on the YouTube. We're out on iTunes and Spotify. Go out and do a little 5-star review
And
if you don't
IG.
mind. IG,
Instagram.
We
We don't
got it
post much on our Instagram. The Baldy and the Big Guy. Jesus Christ. I need to have another one of these. Hold on.
You know, the year is winding down quickly. It's like, holy
Yeah.
shit, how is that even a thing?
This year disappeared.
Disappeared.
I think we talked about on a previous podcast
Yeah.
about how fast time goes when you get older, because
Mhm.
it literally does. Because there's nothing that
There's nothing new.
There's no moments in your life that are so exciting
Yeah.
to make you
Right. Yeah.
There's no exciting moments to look forward to, for one.
Yep.
Which is kind of sad, but there's just not. You go to work every day and you fucking come home. Like you just live your life like that, right?
But
also, there's
it's
nothing.
Groundhog Day.
Once you're an adult, there's no moments you look forward to unless you're going like, oh, you look forward to vacation maybe, like,
Yeah.
but there's nothing you look forward to, and then also there's no moments that you're like, oh, I'm turning 21 so I can finally drink, or I'm gonna be
that's long.
oh, I'm gonna be 55 so I can eat the fucking IHOP special. I'm gonna be 65 so I can collect my fucking retirement. Like that's what you have to look forward to. So for the next 40 years, 30 years, 20, whatever the fuck is like, time just goes by so fucking
27
fast.
years.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I got to try and retire early.
Well, that's the goal, right? That's the dream.
Plan. That's the plan. That's going to be 55 in January. And yeah,
she gets the IHOP.
We get the
breakfast.
IHOP discounts.
Well, do you get it with her, or is it just
I
her?
don't know, but it saves me some money.
Hey, absolutely.
Fuck.
Why not?
We started going to matinees nowadays. We don't go to the movies at night. It's too
Even
late.
at home, we eat dinner at like 6 o'clock.
But we always eat late because we're always busy during the day. Like, so we eat at like 8 or 9
Yeah.
usually. But
I would normally prefer eating a little bit later, but every day Angela's like, "What's for dinner?" At like 5:30. I'm like, "It's 5:30."
yeah, it might as well be noon at that point.
Yeah,
for me.
it's basically noon tomorrow. Why are you
exactly.
hungry already?
Yeah.
But
It's
now we
all
just do
good.
it all the time, anyways.
That's all I am. So Christmas, are you going and spend it with her parents, or is she
Her
coming
mom's
up?
coming up from Laredo.
Right on.
I'm gonna go pick her up on the 23rd.
Awesome.
And then she's gonna hang out. I think the 23rd or the 24th, 25th. Go home on the 26th.
Sweet.
Yeah, she has a dog she doesn't want to bring here, and then she doesn't want to leave with like a pet.
Pet, whatever, smart or whatever.
Yeah,
Daycare, one of those things.
So she'll just leave him at home.
Nice.
And she has a neighbor come over and take care of him, so he'll be fine for a couple of days.
That's cool. Good. Yeah, we're just chilling. Hope you guys are having a good time.
Yeah.
Have a good Christmas.
This is our Christmas party today. We're gonna do some presents and some food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some beef Wellington and some
I asked
potato
for it. I saw it in a video,
dauphinoise.
and because Peter's a chef, he knows how to do things like that.
Yeah, we're gonna make some fancy food today.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's gonna be
What the
fun.
hell were the potatoes called again? You just
It's
said
basically it's called potato dauphinoise. It's a French version, but it's basically scallop potatoes or rotten potatoes. Same thing. It's just, you know, you get that box of like
yeah, that's the one that
HEB
I grew up
where
in.
everything is in one container. You just pour it in the thing, and you pour like a container of water in there, and you bake it,
Mhm.
and they taste good. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it.
That's what I
But
thought we were getting. And then Beth's like, get
fuck no,
potatoes.
we're gonna
I
make
didn't
real
know.
ones. We're gonna make real.
I grew up eating out of boxes.
I grew up eating cans of food
Yeah,
and boxes of food.
Yeah, that's
We
exactly
didn't
it.
eat very like
I didn't
fresh.
even know you could make those. I
We
mean,
did eat fresh
obviously.
food. I shouldn't say that because my mom definitely watches the show. We did eat fresh food, but very rarely did we have like a salad night or we ate cans and beans and canned corn all the time. We had
Yeah.
a lot of like just like food
Meatloaves,
from this.
spaghetti.
We had meatloaf and spaghetti.
Because you guys had a bunch of kids
We
in
had
the
6
house.
kids in the
So
house.
she had to feed an
Exactly.
army. So she's making a pot of spaghetti.
Exactly. She'd feed a whole bunch of people all at once.
Mhm.
So it was always like, you know, the maximum amount of food for the small
Yeah, you
amount
had
of
the
money.
staples too, probably.
Yeah.
Just like us. There were 3 boys,
And
my dad.
yeah,
and
we
my
had staples, and we always had ding dongs and ho hos in the fridge or in the pantry.
In the pantry, hell yeah.
My mom loved Costco. She'd go to
Slim
Costco,
Jims.
and the whole Costco, the pantry would be full of just junk food.
Yeah.
All the time.
Twinkies.
Which is horrible, but
my mom always
was
knew
happy,
when I was
so.
drinking. Like, say I was like 18, come home
Yeah.
from like the pit. That was like
yeah.
the woods, whatever. I come in and grab I'd always be on time. She goes, every goddamn time you would grab a Slim Jim.
You snap into a Slim Jim?
Because of course that's going to cover, you know, the beer on my breath.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
although Slim
absolutely.
Jims aren't pretty stinky, so that's
then,
pretty close.
And then she would be like, all right, give me a kiss. Good night. I'm going to bed. And you'd hear her go, like do the sniff test.
Sniffing.
Yeah. Fucking mom.
That's funny. That's funny.
She knew. Moms are smarter than you think, kids.
Moms are super smart. Moms are great. And also they're like, I guess it rolls into them being smart because they like,
they're little
is it
detectives.
worth? Yeah, is it? And then they'll be like, well, is it worth? You know, he's home. It's a good time. Is it worth making a fight over?
Yeah.
Nah. Whatever. He's fine.
Just go to bed.
He makes good choices.
Yeah.
You know?
For the most part. For the most part, I make good choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I only got I got picked up a couple times at the beach for drinking.
Who picked you up?
The police.
You're pretty small. That makes sense.
Yeah. Like they just threw me over their shoulder like Santa.
I just took you back to their.
No, they bring me in and then they called my dad because they knew him.
Yeah, he was Marine, so.
Well, they all knew my dad.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
Because it was Hampton Beach, right? And my dad
He
lived
was a
at
recruiter
the beach.
there at the beach.
Well, no, he wasn't a recruiter. He was a barber at that point. He'd already retired.
Oh, this is later. This is already.
This is like when I was like, yeah, this is 93 or something like that.
Oh,
Long
okay.
time ago.
Oh, so he was in the Marines. You were like young still.
Yeah, when he got out was like a few months after my brother Chris died.
And you were how old?
I was 12 or 13.
Okay.
So he had already had 22 years in.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. So because I forgot he had 2 careers, one full career in the Marine Corps, and one full career as a barber. That's right. I forgot that.
So he did that.
Badass. That's one good thing about joining the Marine Corps, like or military.
He got his pension,
super
all that.
Early.
All that.
Then you can retire when you're like 38 or 40. My age, you retire from a full career.
I think he was because I think he went in it right at 18.
I had a friend who just retired, Dave Herrera. He just retired from the Marine Corps as a master sergeant or a master gunner sergeant. I forget, was it E8 or E9?
Yeah.
And he spent 20 years serving the country as a Marine.
Yep.
Now he's my age, he's a little bit older than me. And he's
starting
a whole nother career. Yeah, he's like 42, 40. Yeah. He's not much older than me.
He's younger than me.
He looks like he's way older than me because he has a white beard and shit. Mexican with a white beard, white hair. Actually, maybe he's bald. I think he's bald with a white beard. Anyway, but super cool guy, one of my best buddies in the Marines. And he was like my staff sergeant when I was in, so he was like much higher rank, much. We were so close, anyways. We were very close to the same age. Anyway, he just retired, like I think last year, maybe 2 years ago, and he's already started a new career.
Yeah,
jump into it. Yeah, well, I mean,
take
why
some
not?
time and then
take a little bit of time for yourself, and then just jump in your new career.
So you
and
get your retirement.
And now you can work until he's like 60.
If he wants
to,
right?
And have 2 complete pensions and all the stuff that comes with it.
That's pretty rad.
Awesome, man.
It's a good career. I mean, good
it's smart. If you start early in the military, then it's super smart.
My nephew went into the Coast Guard, so not the Marines, but he decided to go into the Coast Guard.
I mean, same pension.
He started at 17, and he's been in for 5 years now already. Yeah. So I mean, the dude.
If he can do it, if he can stay in, and he can stick with it, and he enjoys it, like
he's on the water in Cape Cod.
Oh, he's the one that was like seeing aliens and shit.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that. Yeah, okay.
Off Nantucket Island.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he gets to do a bunch of shit. He gets to drive all the big boats. Couple,
yeah.
not the ships, but the boats. They've got those stationed out there. So
Yeah.
cheers to him too. He's awesome.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's jump into some of this shit real
Yeah.
quick. You've got a promo you want to do real
Let's
fast.
watch this. Let's watch this promo. I don't need the headphones. I'm
You
the
already watch
one
it?
who made it.
All right, here we go.
Hello, my name is Jack Mandeville. Welcome to Jack History. Shoves his fist up Walker's He's pumping his fist of Walker's tight little going to town on a crack pipe. Flight 1914, this Australian... Back it up. This breakdown in communication between these two cultures basically happened over diarrhea. They killed every single effing person in that family. Period. Fake news bullshit about him being the first honky-ass cracker to step foot in this part of the world. Tuna's stinking up the place with your goddamn tuna breath and your tuna wrappers. You get a revolution. You get a revolution. Everybody gets a revolution. And I have to cut this short because I'm going to shit my brains out. Got him. F this. Good luck, Yankee assholes. Let's over there. Sing it, Peter. No? Okay. Please like and subscribe. I need it.
I love it. So
That's awesome.
that, if you don't know, is the one and only Jack Mandeville.
Mhm.
He's just a
He's
funny
maniac,
fucking dude.
He's crazy.
And we started a history channel called Jacked History.
Yep.
He'll be on the podcast in the next couple, probably month or two.
Right on.
Promoting the new show, Jacked History on YouTube. There's nothing released yet because it's harder to find. If you look at the @ symbol, Jacked, JACKED History, all one word, you can find it real easily. Subscribe, and then so they're already all uploaded to YouTube.
They just got to start rolling out.
They start January 3rd. The first 4 are done, edited on YouTube, ready to go.
Just
We've already had them checked. There's no hits for copyright or for anything. They're set, solid. Like, they're awesome. So we are so excited to see this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Dude, you've been working on it for what date is the premiere?
January 3rd.
January 3rd.
So
Okay,
January
cool.
3rd is the first Friday of the month,
All
and then they premiere every Friday after that.
Right on. You'll start seeing promos and all sorts of stuff popping.
Yeah,
up
we have
pretty
a
quick.
real cut for each episode. They'll stop popping up like in the next week or two.
Right on.
Probably the beginning of the week after Christmas, most likely.
That is,
it's
right then.
Yeah, so that'll be the first one to come up that day, and then
Shit, next
every
week.
Monday
Yeah.
we'll try to have another reel for the following, or something like that. I can't say for sure
How it's gonna go, but yeah,
how that'll work.
we'll
But
start seeing
every
some fun
Friday
shit.
we'll replan airing an episode.
They're like 15
They're
minutes
fucking
long,
awesome.
something like
They're
that.
like around 10 to 12 ish.
Yeah, just
right in
cool
that.
little hits.
It's
Yeah,
a great
that's
little like
awesome.
lunchtime. Fucking prop your phone up and eat your fucking sandwich, eat your burger, whatever, and just watch a funny little
laugh your
episode,
ass
laugh your ass off, and be like, "That's funny," and then
Yeah,
like, comment,
Jack, he's
subscribe,
crazy as
all that
shit,
kind of
so,
shit. Yeah, and Jack is hilarious. And this is all Jack's idea, just so we're clear. I'm just helping him produce it, edit
it,
it, film it,
all
all
that.
that kind of stuff. This is all Jack though. So when I say we, it's mostly Jack. It's 100% Jack. I'm just helping him.
You're
So-
involved, dude.
Well, no. I just want to make.
You
I don't
get
want
that producer credit,
Yeah,
that
it's
editor
cool
credit.
regardless though. It is
Yeah.
really fun. And I've worked a lot. We both worked a lot.
You've been working
time
on it
this.
for what, 6 months plus, maybe?
At least 6 months. Yeah, it's been 6
I
months of
remember
like
you
between all.
mentioned it
So
to me a
yeah, so
long
Jack
time ago.
writes it and then film. He's in it.
Yeah.
And then I film it, produce it, record it, and then I
Do all the
edit, and then I do the first part of the edit, and then we go to when we like really get it tight. He's like sitting next to me. We kind of like get it like
Tighten
exactly.
little details.
Make this picture come up a second earlier, a second farther. Change this music.
Gotcha.
Like these little bit edits. So I'll take the first string out, and then I'll add like all the pictures I think will work. I'll do all the things that I think will be funny, and then we go back through. We can like, oh, all that stays. Let's just add this other stuff.
That's
Let's
right.
change this one thing to this thing. Because at the end of the day, it's his name was on it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it needs to be exactly what he wants.
Yeah,
So,
it's his product. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
it's fucking cool to be able
super
to work
stoked.
like that.
I'm super stoked that we're doing it. They've been ready to go for the last like 2 or 3 months.
Fuck.
So like, it's just been like,
I know
let's do it.
it's
Let's
like
do it.
burning a hole
Let's
in
do
your
it.
pocket. Yeah, it's like
It's just one of those things. I
$10
want
bill.
to do it. I just want to make it fun because I know people are gonna love it. We already we haven't even released the show yet, and we're already at over 500 subscribers
on the
on
Jack.
YouTube.
I know. I signed up for it already.
Yeah, I did for Baldy the Big Guy and for
Nice.
So,
Let's see. Jacked History.
yeah, I Jacked History.
Let's see. It's here somewhere. Jacked History. There it is.
What is it?
There's got 566 so far. So go out and subscribe.
Three
to it.
more.
Yeah. So at Jacked History, go check it out.
At Jacked History, yeah, and that 500 was a.
Oh, I love his like profile information that you put like,
Yes.
hey, this is
yeah,
what
go
I
and read
am.
it. Go and read it.
He's a writer and entertainer. Of course, we knew that. He's a single mother. He's a Vietnam veteran, so that's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
And then he's a compulsive liar. So all those
Yeah.
things.
So who
That's
knows
what
what-
makes him him.
Exactly.
Right?
It's hilarious and it's fantastic. And yeah, you're gonna love it. And if you're already a fan
what?
of Jackie, and you know you're gonna love it.
I
If you don't
will
know Jack yet,
to make
then,
it easier for you, I'll just drop it in the notes below.
yeah, in the notes of the episode,
Yep.
for sure, drop the link to that YouTube, so people just click on it
Yep.
and go straight there and then subscribe. Yeah, for
There
sure.
you go. That's what I'll do.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Is that a
I'm
question
looking
for you?
forward to it. Yes.
If you could anywhere on your body, besides where it's at right now, move your asshole, where would you put it? Not even just move your asshole specifically.
When I read the
just-
notes, I thought you meant like, would you just put your asshole on something?
No,
like
no, no,
just
no.
sitting down. I'm like
Now,
a toilet.
Now let me rephrase that though. It's not just to you. It's just in people in general. Like every person would be the same. Like right now, everybody's asshole's in the same spot.
Yeah.
But let's just say
That's part of the human condition.
evolution 1,000 years ago changed it to where it moved somewhere else. So it'd be normal for all of us. Like it wouldn't be like a weird thing like your asshole's on your shoulder. That's so weird. Like it'd be normal for all of us. But where would you put it to make it the
Palm
most?
of my hand.
The palm of your hand, right?
I mean, that way you could just like shoot it.
You just shoot
Superpower.
it. Okay, but then would you want to shake hands?
You
People?
have your other hand.
Okay. That was my exact thought process, is in your hand. Because if it was like in your wrist, like or in your hand, it would be.
Would you see your food digesting through your arm?
I don't think so, because like if it digests your body, also like the evolution has like made it to where it like works so perfectly to where it comes out your hand, your wrist rather.
It would have already been digested. It's
Yeah.
just like a vein.
And then you just have a weird like little starfish in your palm, but like it opens up. You're like, oh, I gotta go, guys.
It reminds me of two things. So there's a show called Preacher
Preacher. Yeah, I know the show.
where he has like a butthole mouth. One of the guys, one of the
Yes.
characters gets like
Mhm.
this butthole mouth, and he's like, oh, and he's always like, he's got a little butthole mouth. That came to mind.
Yeah.
And then the South Park episode when they're shitting out of their mouths.
See, South Park is the reason I thought of this. I didn't see the episode, but I saw it was. Well, I have seen the episode a long time ago,
Mhm.
but I don't remember what specifically made me think of this. But like, I was like, well, if you could
I
put
don't
it
know of
anywhere.
any other logical place.
Well, I think
because-
the hand makes the most sense because also.
But if it's normal for everybody, then it's not going to be a weird
well, it wouldn't be
thing.
weird at all because maybe like everybody has
Would
a.
you have to cover it up? Would you wear a glove?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe everybody just wore a glove on the right hand because like, oh, that's your poop hand.
Yeah.
And then
Because if you wouldn't want it on your foot.
and then we'd be sitting here talking like, what if our assholes were in our butts? Wouldn't that be so weird?
See, what would your ass look like if it didn't have an asshole? What would you call your ass? Is this an
Or it'd
ass
just be a butt.
hand?
It'd be an ass hand. Wait,
Well, what
a poop hand.
spoopies?
It'd be a poop hand.
Poop hand.
Yeah.
Got the poop hand.
Yeah, it'd be a poop hand. And then, you know what the best part about it though?
It would take it'd be so easy to clean up.
That's true.
You
It'd be
wouldn't
super
need-
easy because
wouldn't
you
need to
literally
worry about a bidet.
finish shitting, then go to the sink and wash your hands.
Would you just shit down the sink?
No,
Or would
no,
you have a separate sink?
You still
you don't
shit,
need the whole
well, you
toilet.
wouldn't have a toilet. You'd have a different. You'd have some type
Yeah.
of receptacle that's a little bit differently.
Right. Right? Does it still make the same noises? Do you
Well,
fart
it's still
out
like-
of your head?
Well, wait. Does it make noise right now because of it's flapping between the cheeks?
I think so.
No, it's because the gas is escaping.
Yeah, that too.
So you could probably
Yeah, because
still
I mean,
do
if
the
it was
same thing.
flapping between the cheeks, it would be like all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's the gas escaping your
Yeah.
rectum as you're
Yeah,
shitting.
wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Exactly. So I
Well,
feel like it would still make all the noises.
Mhm.
You still have individual stalls because you want your privacy as you shit through your hand.
But is it just a hand stall?
But maybe it's just a little
You
hand
need
thing.
those
It's like
big
almost like a
stand-up
urinal,
things.
just so you put it down to the water and you flush.
So that begs the question: does your dick stay in the same place if you're a dude?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, right?
One of your fingers on
But
your
it's
right.
just smooth. You're literally
One of
almost
your
like
fingers
a
on your
Ken
left
doll.
hand is also your penis.
Shit here,
You
and
shit
pee
and then you
here.
just piss out your one of your fingers. Makes it super
Do you
convenient.
procreate with your finger?
Well, that leads me to my next thing is like
All
if
right.
your hand was if your hand was also your butthole, you get a hand job and an anal at the same time, which would be awesome,
It's true. Huh.
right? I mean,
Things make go, I don't know, dude. That's an interesting one. Thoughts to ponder.
yeah,
As while you're taking some time off spending it with family, this is the question you should ask over the Christmas dinner table.
yeah. Definitely ask your
Where would you
dad
move
where
your
would you move his
asshole?
asshole to.
Hey, Dad, if you could put your butthole anywhere, where would you put it? And he's going to think about it the same way I did initially. So you have to clarify on your body, like
Yeah,
move.
on your body. You're moving
move-
your asshole to somewhere else
Yeah.
on your body, not to another room.
Because I mean, you wouldn't want it over here. That's kind of like a colostomy bag,
Yeah.
right?
Really, anywhere else would be.
It just doesn't make sense.
would
Like I was saying,
be-
if it's on your foot, then you have to take your shoes and socks off or
Exactly.
whatever.
And if it was in your mouth, like South Park does, you have to eat your asshole, which
You would, yeah.
wouldn't be
That's not conducive.
appetizing.
Unless you had flavor receptors in your butthole.
Well, then again, obviously, if evolution had made it to where we're all doing that anyways, it wouldn't be weird at all. It would be simple. It would be like, oh, it's time to eat, and we just sit on our food.
Such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So anyway, I just think it'd be
I
cool
don't know.
to
That's
get
that's a really interesting, thing to ponder.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why I thought of that, but it was a great thought.
I mean, again, yeah, there would be some specially designed gloves, kind of like how, like in the olden days they had the flaps.
It's
like,
funny.
You could just have one like a little flap. And
Yeah, like a little glove.
Yeah.
And it has a little magnet on top. You just pull it back, and it magnets to your wrist. You just
like Johnny, make sure you wash your hands after you.
and probably every stall
Hand
has
food.
its own little sink in it because you don't want to walk out of the stall with shit on your hand.
Shit on your hands.
So you just go to the stall and you wash your hands. Like you rinse it off, and you wash your hands really good. Close your glove.
It's gonna change the industry if that happens. Toilet industry.
How long do you think it would take before evolution would change our
to
muscle?
reroute everything?
Yeah.
Oh man.
How many years of evolution would it take?
Probably a few million.
And what would make
we
it
just
happen?
crawled out of the ocean like a couple days ago, practically. In the
Well, however
evolutionary
million years
scale.
ago, right? So how many millions of years would it take to change our buttholes from our butt to our hand, for one?
Yeah.
But also, doesn't typically evolution happen because of a reason like
what if all of a sudden,
like birds are flying because of they've had to fly
or an alien
danger or
came
whatever,
and they
like,
sealed up everybody's assholes?
well, then that would probably just kill everybody right
You'd
away.
your body would have to reroute it somewhere.
Well, you just die because there's not enough time.
Then you would start throwing up everywhere. Or you become septic. I don't know.
You probably become septic because there has to be you have to have enough time to be able to come up with an alternative naturally with your body. So yes, eventually it would happen, but like there has to be some case that would happen to make it so you'd eventually have to have that happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't happen overnight because everybody just die.
Yeah.
Because you can't just stop shitting, you die.
It's true.
I
don't know. Unless it's kind of like what was that movie where they're all stitched to each other's assholes?
Oh, Caterpillar Man, or
what the fuck was that called? What was
Caterpillar Man? No, where the fucking like the Asian dudes connected to the Mexican guy, connected to the white chick or whatever. I watched all three of them. They're fucking great movies.
Stitched together.
Caterpillar Man.
Human Centipede.
Human Centipede.
Yeah. They did two of them too, I think.
I watched both.
Did you?
They're great films, great masterpieces of cinema. No, they're horrible. They're so stupid. I love shitty.
I've seen clips and stuff.
Shitty horror.
Yeah.
It really, realistically, really is shitty because it's just like shit.
It's available on
the
AMC+.
guy in the middle just dies because he has nothing but shit in his system, and also he's like can't shit. So,
but you're the last one.
The last one's obviously the worst one because at least you can shit freely.
But you
have nothing but shit going into your system for however long. And you're also You're also like stitched to another dead body in front of you at some point because the person in the middle is definitely dying. Like at least the person on the front's like alive because they can still eat. That's disgusting. You should watch the movie. It's really good. Human Centipede. That's also South Park.
Centipede?
No, Human Centipede. It's like where they attach themselves to they do the human centipede thing, but they do it because how whenever you get an iPad or an iPhone, you just agree to all the terms.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the terms is that you'll agree to do that.
So like I don't think I caught that.
They make like Carmen or one of the fucking kids do that. I don't even remember who it was. It was funny. It was an old episode.
Fuck, dude. I don't know, man. It's fucking wild.
Yeah. So Merry Christmas to you, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Around the table this year.
Just bring that up when Grandma's
Jesus for all the presents and Santa Claus,
Jesus.
And then think about the human centipede and moving your asshole to your wrist. You're happy. You're welcome. Your palm, your wrist, whatever.
I have more questions.
Go, please.
Every once in a while your ass gets itchy.
Yeah.
That happened with your palm?
I would think so. And you open it up a little bit more. You're like
gonna air it out.
And you just scratch
there. Palm.
Sniff your finger out to scratch your palm hole.
Like, God damn, it's sweaty out there. I've got swamp palm.
Swamp. I don't think you would have that. You'd have that because
you just go like this to air it out.
You just
wring your hand,
and you just have poop flying around a little bit. That is gross. It's a gross thought, but it's also a really great thought.
Yeah. So Daniel Penny is free.
Yeah, I think on our last
That's
podcast we kind of
interesting.
talked about
Yeah.
he was acquitted of one charge. I don't think I'm not a lawyer,
He was
but
negligent. He was acquitted Monday of this is December 9th. We haven't had a chance to catch up on this though. Daniel Penny was acquitted Monday, December 9th, or maybe it was just whatever it was before.
yeah.
Of criminally negligent homicide in the chokehold death of Jordan Neely. Depends on how you view that. We did talk about that in the last episode. So the decision on the 5th day of deliberations came after a jury deadlocked Friday on more serious charge of manslaughter. Penny faced up to 4 years in prison. The jury 4-person read the not guilty verdict. Some observers in the courtroom applauded. Others began to audibly sob and yell, including Neely's father. Now, evidently, you knew this was coming, right? Is Neely's dad, his deadbeat ass dad,
Yeah.
who was never around for him,
Yeah, of course.
allegedly, has a civil suit. Or
course,
filing
yeah.
a civil suit.
Of
So
course
you knew
that-
that was coming in, right? But it's hilarious because then you get like Al Sharpton out there and all that bullshit. When this dude, even all of the people, we've talked about this, all the people on the train were like,
yeah.
the fuck?
All the people on the train were like rooting for him because he was just protecting people. Like
Yeah.
that's all it was.
The dude was cracked out of his mind, had 42 different charges
Mm-hmm.
or arrests in prior years. Nobody tried to help him. He checked himself out of a like a rehabilitation center.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
yet.
so he was in a
Yeah.
rehab center
He was in a rehab center.
for like a week, but he could have stayed there. So he technically was he homeless? Yes, but it was he made himself homeless.
Oh, you know about
He
that
walked
homeless
out.
about that homeless thing. I just want to interject real quick. So this new this bill that came across the fucking like the desk or whatever the fuck of like they're trying to pass last
Congress.
minute. Right?
The CR bill.
1,500 page
Yeah,
CR bill.
Now 160.
One of the things
120.
they changed it to 100 page
20
now,
or
which is great. I don't know. I'm not actually sure the current news on that, so I can't.
I do.
speak
I just
to
read
that.
about it. Yeah.
So you can talk about it in a minute, but we'll talk about that after dinner. I saw this one thing. So one of the things in the original bill that they were trying to do was like literally change words. They wanted to change it from like homeless to like unhoused. So like the literal like the correct. I don't know why this is even a Congress thing to decide.
Bullshit.
But why is it even a Congress like to decide what a word is a word?
They also wanted to make it. They wanted to pass into that that everybody that was on like the January 6th committee could not be held liable.
Yeah, they couldn't be charged with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that. They ripped that bitch out.
No, that was all. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to finish the Dan Penn thing. I just thought it was really funny. Like now or that's not now because it didn't
It's
pass or
2 weeks ago or whatever.
It's just weird that why is that even a fucking
it's
thing that the Congress would vote on? Like homeless is now called an unhoused person. I'm like what?
No.
Why is that even a vote? Congress should be like making laws, not
word policing
things. That's really weird. Like that's like a 1984 like
trying to make us into
dystopian
fucking
future shit.
England.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, fuck them. Germany's just as bad. Fucking with all that bullshit. Right? So they did drop everything. I did see a video come out when he was at a bar like shortly thereafter with his lawyers and talking about kind of he didn't really talk too much.
Yeah.
Kind of walked back. I think he's gonna be laying low. It will be interesting to see kind of when he goes on. He'll do a media tour, I'm sure. Like
it's probably smart for him to not go out too much
yeah.
until the civil suit is over with. And then once he hopefully wins that.
So he did go on the news.
I did see that one, yeah, where
like
he talked about like he had a quick interview of like, hey, I don't want to be, I never like to be
didn't
like
ask for any of this. He goes,
he
but
just
I would
wants to like.
He would have torn him up. Something actually happened, and he said
if he was standing there and done nothing when something would have happened, that would have been worse.
Exactly. So
that could be
he said he'd do it again. Yeah. Fuck yeah! If somebody's gonna come threaten,
if you were standing there with your headphones in, just ignoring that, and then he were to beat somebody up or hurt somebody in a bad way, could you possibly like, and especially with your training that you've done, like with not military, but with your
jiu-jitsu and everything else,
and all your taekwondo, like you could definitely do something to somebody. You know how to do that, and if you just like ignored it and then something actually happened, you'd feel like shit.
I would feel like shit. But
you can't let that happen. That's crazy.
Right. You got to try and do something. That's called being a fucking man.
This is not being a dead horse. It's just crazy that this even happened at the beginning.
Right.
He should have just been like applauded, and then just the fact that he ever went to jail at all, and I don't even know if he actually went to jail, other than he just like he had the charges.
He was arrested and
like, but I don't think he actually did third time ever.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he even had to go through any of this is fucking crazy. And he's not
money it is.
Well,
like
I mean, he had
lawyers.
people,
I know,
but
after
still,
a while,
But after a while, either way, like, and then now with civil suits, I mean, he could technically possibly lose. How does somebody who doesn't even have any money, like, I mean, not that he doesn't have any money. I don't know how rich this person is.
Well, it's
I'm
the
assuming
same
he's a regular
idea.
guy.
Like, I mean, I understand Alex Jones is worth a lot of money, or was, or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But he'd said some fucked up shit, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
he's apologized and all that stuff. And I'm not a big, huge Alex Jones guy.
No.
But when they come back with a what was it, a $500 billion or whatever
It was like a $5 billion
or $5 billion,
or maybe it was
something
100.
fucking insane.
I don't remember some astronomical number.
Right? And it's like, no. There's only so much money a
Well,
person
there's only so
can
much
make or has, and
well,
that
they're
was
not already a
civil
billionaire. If you sue Elon Musk for $1 billion, it makes sense because he has $1 billion to pay you.
Right.
But if you sue me $1 million, like,
you're not getting anything.
how are you going to do that? Because I don't have $1 million to give you. Like,
Right.
what's the point of suing me for $1 million? Or like, so say he loses a civil suit for $1 million, he's a regular guy. How is he supposed to get $1 million to give anybody? Like,
Right. Well,
that's
what they do is they make it as painful as possible, and they attach your pay and take it out of that. They
so
say,
you just garnish your wages for the rest of your life?
for the rest of your life.
Like, that's retarded.
Yeah.
You can never have a normal life
Yep.
for the rest of your life?
Well, what you do is
That's crazy.
you start an LLC.
Well, then, yeah, of course, yeah. You work.
live off your
You
company.
find you have fucking lawyers and you have financial guys figure.
There's ways, I'm sure.
but still, I just don't understand like suing somebody for more money than they have. I understand like suing an insurance company like in an accident because the insurance has the money.
Yeah.
But like suing a person doesn't make any sense unless they're fucking super wealthy. Then they have.
They just wanted to ruin like Alex.
I don't know.
They're gonna try and ruin Daniel Penny.
Yeah, and they already have ruined
and they-
Alex
I
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit's who knows what's
Infowars
gonna happen
just sold
with
to the Onion for like
no, million,
$10 million.
They've canceled that sale.
Oh, because it was
not bullshit.
correct? Yeah, good.
Yeah. I think did we talk about
They were
that?
doing it.
We have to do it.
We talked about it originally, but I knew it was like a fucked
got
up.
pulled back.
It was a fuck sale because it was all the sale was sold for so small,
Right.
Just to fuck with them even more.
That's all it was.
So yeah,
The judge was removed from the case. I think they're doing
Okay.
another one, like a appeals court found that. So I don't know. Going on to the drones, my man.
yes, the drone.
The drones. I think I have. Give me one
Is some
second.
updated footage of that?
Well,
Not footage. but
there's not
any-
really new footage.
not footage. I meant like updated news about it.
Well, yes,
You do have updated news about it.
it's not aliens
It's not aliens.
that we know of.
God damn it!
It could be aliens.
I was hoping it was aliens.
I really do think it's aliens.
I was hoping it was aliens. But so should I tell you my my
So
theory?
here's one.
It's really cute.
And it's huge.
It's so
Oh
big.
shit! I gotta turn
It
that.
looks so much closer in person.
Yeah, my camera
is one.
doesn't
This
do
is
it. Looks like a
drone
spaceship,
sighting in New
right?
Jersey.
Like
I've
that
not
doesn't
seen
look
this.
like a
Okay,
drone, right?
So that was a drone sighting right there.
Okay, so
That
let's
looks
ask you the
like a
question. So
spaceship.
I have not actually seen this. Are these drones like DJI?
It's like a
None
small
of the are
plane. It
DJI
really
drones.
is like a
Are
small
these like
plane.
small
They're big
handheld
ass,
drones? Are these like
size of like SUV drones.
oh wow,
They're
okay.
fucking gigantic,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
right? And
Now we
some of
did,
them-
even to this point right now, today, December 21st, Saturday, we do not know.
These
if
are
we
all
owns these
drones
yet.
in the
We do.
sky.
they're federal government.
Oh, so that's being
They're
tested.
tested.
One,
Yeah.
Okay.
So well, that's the fucked
three,
up part,
four,
right?
five,
The
six.
government came out and said they're not ours. We're not
Well,
sure.
see, I've
The
seen that they
FBI
have
is
said that
investigating like
multiple
that
times.
note, right? Said
But have
all
they have
that.
since actually like
Mhm.
so they have since actually said these are our drones. We're
Yes.
testing something or we're looking for something.
They said they're testing them.
Okay.
So they're not looking for like a suitcase
Suitcase nuke.
nuke or anything like
See,
that.
that's the one thing they could be lying about because they could say, "Hey, these are our drones and we're testing them," and they could actually be looking for the nuke, which is more likely to me to believe. Why would they be testing hundreds and thousands of drones all over New Jersey for one?
And some people are saying they're
reason.
coming from past the horizon of out to sea.
I mean, we could very much have
That could be
like
a
big-
couple miles. it
But
could
we
be
could
10
very
miles.
well have like a big fucking stealth destroyer type shit out there with
Mhm.
like loaded up with drones. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. Like our
But
military has all
fucking
kinds of cool shit.
Ukraine
Like,
is
that's
using
fine.
them all over the place.
We have all kinds of cool shit in our military. Like, I'm down with that.
I saw one
But
today, a video.
just be
today.
like say what it is. Like yeah, it's us. We're looking for, and maybe they don't want to say we're looking for a fucking nuclear bomb
Yeah.
because also that would scare
That would
people.
fucking
It would
trigger
cause
some
big problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at least be honest, like in a way, like hey, it's our shit. We're doing tests. Cool, that's good enough. Like if they really are looking for a nuclear bomb, then fucking hopefully it's
So
not,
there-
like
There's been
you know what I
some
mean. Like
other things because the Olympics is coming in next year, the year after, 26, I think.
20. Oh yeah.
26.
Well, the Olympics are next year, but I don't know. Yeah,
And then there's something else.
or 26. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. Super Bowl's always got shit, but they're kind of trying to prepare in case things start like around those huge events.
Yeah.
Right. Because terrorism can always pop up anywhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's terrorism, right?
Exactly.
But these are drones. Surveillance is part of it now. Makes sense. I'm fine with it. Just to your point, be fucking honest about it. There was a really cool thing that I read or I listened to by I don't fucking remember who, but like the Coast Guard uses drones now. Right?
Everybody
Instead of
uses
sending
drones.
ships out or helicopters out, they can fly like tons and tons of drones out. Say you're lost at sea, right? You're floating out there and it's hard for you to see.
Yeah.
You can use AI to detect like heat signatures in the water, right?
Yeah.
Rather than use man, then you can send your helicopter, your ship out there, your boat, whatever.
Well, wildfire people are using drones.
We've been using them in wildfires for years and years and years.
Yeah, I mean, search and rescue use drones. I mean, everybody uses drones. Like, why would you put a person in a situation where it's
the question
unsafe if you can use a drone? Like
that comes back up is why the fuck did the government say, "Oh, we don't know"?
That's exactly.
Is
That's what I don't understand is like why they were lying in the first place. Because
there's something going on.
There's no way it's another country. I mean, there's no way.
China flew balloons over our goddamn.
Yes, but they're not going to put thousands of SUV-sized drones over our country.
That thing was the size of an SUV.
No, but thousands of them. Like, this wouldn't happen.
There's some pretty crazy looking drones, though. Some of them. There was one that was like, it was here, but it had like this thing spiraling around it.
See, so here's my.
That one's like the alien looking one, bro.
Well, aliens, which leads me to my theory. This is my theory before the internet told me this is actually a theory.
You're batshit crazy.
Well, no. So there's actually this thing called. Now I should have done more research on this. Maybe you want to Google it real quick while I'm talking about it.
All right.
Called
Project Bluebeam.
Yeah. Google that real quick.
I've already got
talk about it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give you my theory, and then you can talk about Project Bluebeam. Okay.
All right.
So my theory is this: what if over the last like 3 or 4 years, whatever, the last couple of years, the U.S. is basically, or our government has basically said like, oh, UFOs do exist, aliens do exist. We have caught these different sightings. I mean, all the things we've all seen online, right? We've all seen all of the little videos of them fucking moving super fast, super quickly, doing all the things, right? And they've said, oh, we've seen them here and there. You see these like Senate hearings where somebody's like, oh, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. It's like, oh, sure, here, we have aliens, but you can't talk about them. You're confirming we have.
We know we have fucking aliens, bro.
So like, you know what I mean? So
we've been talking about it in
the government is like
biologics,
admitting to these things, right? But what if, and this is my what if, and it's not like so crazy the government to think that the government wouldn't do this, right? Or the government rather would not do
all
this.
Sorts of bad shit.
So what if they're just releasing all this like evidence, putting these congressional hearings on and Senate hearings, but it's all fucking bullshit because what they want to do is release these drones, call them aliens, and stir up a fucking crazy shit just in our country or even the world.
Well, there is, if you think about it, no, I understand that entirely. Right?
Because what's to say that this isn't all complete bullshit? Oh, there's nothing to do with aliens in the entire fucking
world. And then it's
world.
actually aliens.
Well, that would be creepy.
This is my thing. This is the thing I talked about the other night with Beth. It's like drone or alien fatigue. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like, oh, there's aliens
going on in our lives to worry about that.
Shit, right? You're like, literally a fucking UFO could land. You'd be like, oh, that's cool. And then you'd be like, I got to go to the grocery store.
Well, it's also
I've got to do this.
The problem is it's so much stuff is unbelievable nowadays because of AI, because CGI, graphics and stuff. You could put a video like that's on somebody's phone and digitally put something in there and have no idea it looks fucking fake.
The hands are fixed.
And nobody will just fucking believe it. Everybody will be like, that's not fucking real.
The hands.
So
like, remember how that was like the weird
thing?
The
AI hands, yeah.
Fucking fingers.
No, it's all fixed.
Weird. It's all fixed.
It's been within a year too.
Yeah.
Like AI went from shit to really fucking good.
I've got a story here in a minute that we're going to talk about for quantum computing here in a few minutes.
It's bananas.
So Project Bluebeam, if you guys aren't aware of what this is out on News Nation. I just pulled up an article on it, so I don't really know too much about News Nation. As drones become more visible across New Jersey and New York, conspiracy theories, this is as of the 16th, so just a couple days ago, 2 days ago. Theories continue to spread. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory dating back to the 1990s, but some believe the current drone sightings are a sign of it coming to fruition. Canadian journalist. So what is Project Bluebeam? Canadian journalist Serge Monast is credited with coming up the theory of Project Bluebeam, wherein there is a plot to engender a dictatorial universal government that abolishes Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, in favor of a new world order.
Mm.
Right? In theory, this totalitarian state would be achieved through staged futuristic NASA technology that pretends to be proof of alien presence or attack. Monast claims at NASA and the U.S. were collaborating to abolish Abrahamic religions to establish a New Age religion with the Antichrist as its figurehead. So so that's like the overall, right? So Alex Jones, speaking of that, also discussed the topic, sharing a 2021 interview with ufologist and former physician Dr. Stephen Greer, which he later suggested a hoax cosmic threat would soon be coming into effect. A fan page influencer, Charlie Kirk, shared an image of a post from a Reddit conspiracy thread on X, purportedly written by a 25-year radar operator for a major government agency that echoed similar rhetoric to Jones. So yeah, it's this. You can go down a fucking rabbit hole with Project Bluebeam. I don't necessarily. I mean, could there? I don't think the whole Abrahamic Judaism Islam thing. I don't. We do know the New World Order is something that's been around.
Isn't NWO? Isn't that a band?
NWA.
Oh, that's right, NWA.
NWO was wrestlers.
That's what I'm thinking. It's the
New
wrestlers.
World
Yeah.
Order.
NWA is like
Rapper band.
rappers. Yeah.
Hardcore rap band.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Ice Cube, Ice, whatever the fuck.
Not Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
Vanilla Ice was.
Yeah, Ice Cube, Vanilla Ice, Ice T. They're all like a little.
Yeah, dude. It was like this. It was.
Yeah.
And they're like
pepper.
ice, baby, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but NWO was the wrestler. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. That was like the new age of the fucking like Hulk Hogan when he had a gray, black beard with a yellow mullet.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. It was a badass wrestler.
Best days.
It was.
Best days.
Anyway, I thought it was funny and kind of a coincidence that I thought of this like randomly on my own. And then this thing came out. I think I heard about it on like maybe it was like Joe Rogan or some other podcast I was listening to. That's where I get most of my information. Some other podcast. And then they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what the fuck? That was literally my thought process of the exact same thing.
I'll pull up this fuck, dude, pretty much, man. The hell do I close
So
it?
weird.
No free advertisements. There we go. All right. So Google claims, we'll just jump into the quantum chip.
Yeah.
Because this is fucking weird. Google, everybody knows Google. Claims quantum chip may prove existence of parallel universes. Let me say that again.
Quantum chip may.
Google claims quantum chip may prove existence of parallel universes.
How would they even do that?
This is how.
Oh,
fucking
perfect. Okay,
wild.
let me know.
All right. It's one quantum leap for mankind.
Man's come.
Parallel dimensions are no longer restricted to Marvel flicks. Google's this on the New York Post. Google's cutting edge quantum chip Willow has prompted discussions among scientists about the possibility that we may indeed be living in a multiverse, per a study published in the journal Nature. It's like a scientific journal.
On Nature.
Google physicists floated the theory after the hardware took just 5 minutes to solve a computational problem so complex it would have taken today's most advanced supercomputers approximately 10 septillion years to crack.
What the fuck is a septillion?
It's after a trillion.
So a zillion. So wait.
No, septillion's after a quadrillion.
So wait. So it goes billion, trillion,
quadrillion,
septillion. Jesus Christ.
That's how long it would have taken just your normal computer, and it
like
did
that
it
Dell
in fucking 5 minutes. Right, like this is a fucking high end.
But that's like the newest, best Dell you possibly.
That's what you can get.
Yeah.
Right, because of all the processing and everything it needs to do with the video,
RAM and all the blah blah blah.
Yeah. It's not a supercomputer, but it's a fucking hyped up or souped
it's a
up
supercomputer.
Yeah. Super. Compared to what I used to have when I was a kid.
Super.
All right. So it lends credence to the notion that quantum computation occurs in many parallel universes, in line with the idea that we live in a multiverse, declared the founder of Google quantum AI team physicist Hartmut Nevin. Why you name a kid like that? But anyway.
Because you hate them.
Parallel universes in quantum computing have been connected before, first by British physicist David Deutsch, something like that. However, this marked the first time that a major tech executive literally dubbed their achievement out of this world ER universe. Unlike traditional computers that employs zeros and ones. So that's like if you know anything about code,
Yeah.
it's like 0, 1, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
and then different code strings and stuff like that. Quantum computers rely on infinitely smaller bits called qubits. So it's like taking that 0 and then you break down into the 0 at like an exponential level, like deep, deep,
I
deep.
don't understand any of that shit.
So you, instead of like imagine a 0 and then you have a 0.0000000, and then there's a 1.
Yeah.
Right. But exponent, like it's just
Yeah, it could be
trillions
like 0.0001010 from
for each
eternity.
one of those ones and zeros that we
Yeah.
typically would use, right? So I don't know shit tons, but I work with a lot of like software engineers and data scientists
hackers.
and no hackers. I don't work with any hackers.
Too
But
bad.
at the firm. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. These processes process info at a much higher rate of speed, potentially allowing them to solve complex problems that are beyond the capabilities of traditional computational machines. Along with being faster, Nevin claims that the Willow is also less error prone. Who cares? Traditionally, increasing the number was associated with increasing probability of errors. None of that matters to you guys. The idea that you can have quantum mechanics work just fine, both physically and mathematically, without introducing even one parallel universe is crazy.
That's bananas.
So what this means is
The fact that there's a computer out there that can do that is
the fact, and it's a chip. It's a
crazy.
chip like the size, like imagine like your wallet size
Yeah.
or something like that.
even
right?
with a chip size on my phone. Like
These things are gnarly.
that's
They're crazy. This thing's
crazy.
like that big, and it's like maybe a half-inch
it
thick,
can do all that.
and it does it all.
And does it use AI? I mean, it must
It's
use
got
AI.
well,
It
it's
has.
using
It has
quantum computing. So it's
bananas.
dude, it's fucking that it could. So I saw a fucking funny video where a dude threw some tinfoil on his head and shit like that. He's
Yeah.
like, since they created this, they just announced that this is coming.
Yeah, exactly. So how long
How
is
long
it going
is it?
on?
So he was like, he kind of did go off like, one of those conspiracy theory kind of rants. Like, what's weird about this year? What's happened with this year? Like, nothing. Aliens, fucking drones, Trump almost being assassinated twice.
Well, you watched the most.
Fuck it.
Have you read the most recent Jack Carr book?
I have not. I
So
need to.
I think the last 2 or maybe 3, I'm not gonna. It's not a fucking spoiler alert because they came out 2 or 3 years ago.
Mhm.
But I think
I
he was
haven't, I
either
just haven't
2
had
or
a
3
chance.
years, 2 or 3 books ago. He brought in AI into the book series, and in the most recent books, like it goes into like the AI can basically start world wars,
Oh yeah.
launch nuclear bombs, stop world. I mean, it's crazy, and he's not like stretching the fucking truth. Like it's like all of this shit could happen.
Good.
Like
If it gets out of the box,
yeah,
like it.
if
So,
Alice is released outside of like the control of the government per
so we
se,
call it sandboxing.
yeah, and it's
You do all your design in a controlled, separated system, right? So that it doesn't get into your production environment, i.e., out into the world, right?
yeah,
So you do all of it in sandboxes, literally not hooked up to the internet.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want it to be connected. So you test all
the
that.
moment you actually plug something in,
That's where it could go. Right. And
It's crazy
or
thought.
outside nefarious people could be trying to hack to get it.
I'll guarantee they're
Right?
trying.
That's
to
why
do
you
that.
have to keep it on a separate like
Yeah.
servers and all of that. So we call it like on-prem versus off-prem.
It's like
don't
intranet
use-
versus intranet.
Yeah, but we don't use use like on-site cloud services. So instead of like pushing data out to like AWS or Oracle or something like
Yeah.
that, we'll bring services in and house them in-house and process things like that.
Yeah.
Right. Especially when you have call it PII. It's like privacy information, right?
Mhm.
Protected information. We have to do that. We have to be real careful so that like members or customers and stuff like that, their shit doesn't get stolen or
Yeah.
inadvertently sent to somebody when they shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
We've got all these controls. This motherfucker getting out in the world, this quantum computing thing, that could fuck up some shit.
Well,
I don't know.
this is like maybe a second generation supercomputer. Like, I mean, this isn't. It's only been like really like
quantum theory
quantum stuff is
quantum
only-
theory's been around for a long
the
time. but
quantum computer stuff has only been around for a short amount of time. So
we haven't had the ability to
they've gone from
build
this
them.
to this point like really quickly.
Yeah, dude. It's
That's
fucking
crazy.
gnarly.
It's
Like
crazy.
you talked about earlier, it's like just the AI hands, like they fixed that in fucking 3 months or 5 months or whatever it's been, maybe a year.
And the thing is, the crazy is AI has fixed itself. Like
Yeah.
they knew it fucked
it
up,
retrains itself.
and then just like learns.
crazy,
Oh,
right?
this is the right way I can.
I remember seeing the movie. Do you remember the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick?
Yeah.
Way
long time
back.
ago, way back.
And that was like, would you like
was
to
DOS.
play a game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was DOS, and they added the words because that wasn't even there yet.
Yeah.
That was like
Isn't that
futuristic.
fucking crazy? Like, and that was in the 80s, maybe. I think it was like 86, 87.
Yeah,
that was
something
a
like
long
that.
time ago, but still, it's not really that fucking long ago.
Yeah.
Like-
well, not in the grand scheme of things. No, it's not.
This thing would be like their whole mainframe or like your cell phone.
Your cell phone is like the whole
cell
room of
phone,
computers in that movie. There's more computing power in your cell phone than there is in that entire room of the.
Think
of
like
the
the
fucking,
first spaceships, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The astronauts, your phone can do more.
Houston has a whole fucking room full of computers and with people back in the day, especially.
Yeah.
And all that stuff is
It's all on
more
tape,
power. There's more
all
power
those
into
fucking
your
reels
shit.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Crazy.
Wild, man. Shit's changing, man. And it's only going to get crazier. Like it's a wild time to be alive.
It is.
When you see, like, especially for us, like at our age, like grew up not having computers really at home.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, my mom got our first computer, AOL dial-up, didn't have cell phones.
Yep.
Got the pager.
Where you get online.
Still
You're
have
like,
the phone
no, wait,
attached.
touch the screen. No, we touch the phone.
Yeah, because it's like
I'm online finally. You're
Yeah.
finally connected.
Yeah, using those AOL startup discs. Yeah, fucking. That's legit. And then going to where we're at now, it's like, holy shit, I'm not that old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. But you're
pretty
younger.
old.
You're about 8 years younger than
Yeah,
me.
I'm 40.
Right? So you go, holy fuck. Imagine when you're my age, like just a few more years, 8 more years
Yeah.
from now, what it's going to be like.
I mean,
Fucking
AI
who
and
knows?
crazy shit will be just that much cooler.
We could be living with aliens.
I just hope that before I die, we have flying cars. That's all I want.
My mom hoped that too from the Jetsons. Remember the movie The
Well,
Jetsons?
I think about it more from Back to the Future, but yeah, it's just cool.
We got to get over the
flying cars.
hoverboard. We need something that's got the anti-gravity thing.
Well, that's just it.
That's the
we have
key.
to have,
Like,
well,
it's-
was it China or Japan or one of those like Asian countries? They have plans to make the entire country flying aircraft by the year like I don't know 2035. Not 2035. That's way too soon.
The
But like
one
something like
thing
that.
about that though is it's gonna have because it took a long time for people to adopt cars from not long. There was a quick change, but how many accidents? They didn't really record accident data back in like the early 1900s when the first
Yeah, of course. With all the
Fords came out or whatever.
JFK, John Ford or whatever.
Yeah.
Henry
Ford. Yeah, Henry T. Ford.
Yeah.
Jr. When he made like the Model Ts and stuff like that, or Model Fs or whatever the first ones are. People, they were like, there's a little reluctance.
Would it be Model A?
No, I think it's maybe. I don't fucking remember.
I would think it'd be Model A.
Probably
Model B,
ask.
Model C, Model
Jay
T.
Leno probably has one. Probably exploded in his face. Or
Probably.
something.
He's on everything.
Yeah. He's also almost died from all of his cars too.
That's true.
Retarded. Anyway, the one thing I was thinking is you would definitely want those things to be autonomous, right? Where they're gonna drive.
You'd think so for sure.
Right.
But also you have to build them out of something so light to where you're not like maybe carbon fiber or something lighter than that to make it just so it's so easy to fly in the air everywhere.
Yeah.
But also, you think about what flies right now. You have drones flying from rotors.
Mm-hmm.
You have helicopters flying from rotors, or you have a jet flying from.
So is that a
propulsion.
flying car?
So what would exactly make that car fly and then stay in the air? Some type of propulsion on the bottom could like a hovercraft.
Lift it. But how much?
But how high in the air are you gonna get that?
I mean, you
enough
got
to
like
make it-
Harriers, dude. Like types
Yes,
of
but
jets.
those get you up in the air and then they propel like a jet.
Mhm.
So those Harriers will get up in the air maybe 15, 20 feet, whatever, and then they launch.
Right.
But
I don't know, dude.
that's
It's
not
the only other way we
far
can do it
work.
right now is with like the same drone, like
It would just have to
quadcopter
be.
kind
It
of
would
thing.
just have to be like new technology.
We need to
do it.
get this fucking quantum computer chip to figure it out.
Ask AI.
Tap
Ask Gronk on Twitter.
into.
How do I make a flying car?
So yeah, that'll be your next $1 billion idea is how do I make a flying car
Yeah, let's do it.
without using propellers.
I don't want propellers. I don't
Or
want a
jet
helicopter
thrust.
car. I just want a fucking flying car.
Right. That's why it's got to be anti-gravity, something
Yeah,
like
some
that.
type of anti-gravity something.
Because even in Marvel, like when they had those big ass whatever flying ship things, like the
They had
big
big
ones,
huge rotors.
they had big huge
It was
rotors.
just giant drones.
Right. I don't like that. I like your idea better.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All that shit's made up.
Yep. I think it's all just fake. It's all fucking just to fuck with us.
We're
It's all
in the
for it's all for
multiverse,
government
bro.
control,
This is
man.
all. We're all gonna unplug at some point.
Hope so. Be cool.
What if we were just playing? What if we were the real life Sims?
That would be weird too.
Could be, right?
What if tomorrow you wake up and this entire life has been a dream and you're just a little boy still
See what I'm saying?
like
Maybe that's what happens when you die.
like this entire life has been a dream right now. You're sleeping right now and me telling you that you're in a dream is you're right now your little boy itself is laying in bed and they're
I don't.
and you wake up tomorrow and nothing has changed. You live at home with your mom and dad. Wait, your mom and dad got divorced? I don't remember.
Yeah, they got divorced.
Okay, well you live at home regardless.
Yeah, they're still there.
And
Whatever.
like everything is you go to work at a fucking like
And it's
fried
and you're
dough
5 years
place.
old and it's Christmas.
It's all been a dream.
Yeah.
48 years of a dream.
There is a story
That'd be
out
crazy.
there, and I don't know, I don't think it's true, but I think it's more of a story. Beth was telling me about this the other day, and I think she's going to do it on the Castro file, so I'm not going to get super deep into it. But basically, this guy goes into like a coma for like 10 days, something like that, right? And in that 10 days, he lives an entire lifespan with a whole nother family, right?
It's all in a dream.
It's all in his dream state, right? The whole thing. And then when they take him out of the coma, he doesn't recognize anybody, but he remembers his other family
Because he's lived a whole life.
because he's lived this whole life,
That's crazy.
right? And he comes out and he ends up going through like super bad depression and all these things because he's like wondering what happened to his other family because he's like fully convinced that
So he had
another family in
That's crazy.
another life.
And that's basically when he wakes up. That's the part where he's like is fucked up because
Yeah.
he wants to fall like asleep. You know, I had a theory, not a theory. I had a story I had to start reading like a. I'm not a really good writer, but I have these ideas that I want to put on paper
Yeah,
so I can
yeah.
like I don't
Start
forget
kind
them
of
at least.
fleshing them out a little bit.
Yeah, and I like to think of like, oh, maybe I could write something cool someday,
Yeah,
right?
it's fine.
So I had this theory, not theory. I keep saying theory. I had this story in my mind of a guy who when he's awake, he has his his wife and kids, and he has his job, and he has a good job and good life, and he loves his
Yeah.
life. But when he falls asleep, he has basically a separate life where he's married, his kids, has a job, and he just like and he gets confused on which life is real. He has
So
no
that's
idea
what-
which
yeah.
switch
Right?
because he wakes up and he
Is he waking
wakes
up or going to sleep?
Exactly. He wakes up like he goes to sleep in one life, and he's like, and he wakes up in
Like
the
he's
next
getting
life,
out of bed.
and he's just getting out of
And at
bed,
night he goes to sleep.
and then
Or
he goes
wake up.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
So I started writing.
Fucking
I started writing
brain
the screenplay for it because it's really interesting. It was just a really fun idea of like,
Yeah.
So then he just never knows, and then eventually he dies.
But
Does he
he's got-
die in both worlds? I don't know. I haven't got that far, but
It's a cool idea.
it's a really cool idea. Of like he basically when he falls asleep, he wakes up in his dream, or vice versa, whatever it is.
It's
So anyway,
a good one. Florida beach cocaine. What the hell is this about?
click that link.
All
and
right,
watch
I'll
it.
click the link. Is it a video you want to share?
Yeah, go on. Go ahead and watch.
Give me
that.
the clicker. Give me 1 second. So you're not going to hear audio on this.
Want to hear audio?
No. Do we need the audio?
Yeah, you'd have to hear audio.
Okay, hang on a
Something
second.
about it.
What I can do is
The audio is pretty funny. That's
All right,
why.
give me 1 second.
It's worth watching.
give me 1 second. Give me that, please. There we go. All right. Technology here. Okay, what I'll do is I will play it through my shit. You'll see it here in just a second.
I can hear this too, right?
No, you're not gonna hear it though. You're gonna hear it through my actual iPad.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
We're gonna go
Old school.
old school.
Let's do it. So go ahead and read it first. Can you read it first or no?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Actually, hold it. Press pause and I'll read it.
All right, so there you go.
All right. So beachgoers stumble upon cocaine bricks on South Florida beach, Lake Worth, Florida. In a surprising turn of events, beachgoers discovered three packages of suspected cocaine on the shoreline of Lake Worth Beach earlier this week. The discovery occurred just after sunrise when two individuals were walking along the beach. As they strolled, they spotted several suspicious items lying on the sand. Uncertain about the nature of the packages, the beachgoers decided to open one before contacting the authorities. To their shock, the contents appeared to be a white powder, leading to suspect it was illegal narcotics. The pair promptly alerted police. Go ahead and play the video.
Let me see if I get the audio to come up.
This is just funny because you see these guys are all like, probably in their 50s. They lived through the 80s.
Yeah.
They partied. Not that everybody lived through the 80s partied. I'm just assuming everybody did. I didn't party in the 80s. I lived there though. Did you party in the 80s?
No, dude, I was 13. I was 12
Yeah.
or 13. So I didn't really get a chance.
Yeah,
You
you
know what
weren't
I mean?
quite there yet.
Nah, my brother did. My
Oh,
brother
yeah, your
Chris
brothers,
was-
your older brothers probably did. Your dad was in the Marines, so he didn't party.
No, my dad.
Not
my
that kind
dad
of
was
partying.
no, he didn't do any. My dad didn't party at all.
He didn't even drink.
No, he barely.
Really?
Dude, he was
He was in the Marine Corps, he didn't drink.
always. Dude, he was always one of the top guys. Like as far as when I remember him, he was an E9 when he retired. Like he couldn't get
Yeah, of
any
course.
any higher. But he was like the head recruiter for like all of Oregon or some shit like
Yeah.
that, or a huge portion of Oregon or whatever. And same in North Carolina, so we didn't have a lot of partying. So anyway, I can't get the audio to play.
So it's not even playing for them either,
It's
right?
not playing.
Then don't worry about it. I'll just kind of explain it. So these guys come. Well, I already did explain it.
Yeah.
The point is, they're like cracking shit. Like basically, they're saying stuff like, "What is this? Oh wait, no way, that's cocaine. Oh man, we should call the police. Well, maybe we shouldn't call the police. Wink, wink. Like it's just talk fun about it's always cocaine and whatever. It's funnier if you watch the video. Obviously, I'm not explaining it very well,
No worries.
but it's funny. And if you can watch, if
Let me
you can
see.
find it on YouTube, maybe you can put the link in the notes.
Yeah.
It's funny if you can find it on YouTube or on I think it was actually on Twitter is where that video was at.
Can't
Just
figure out
living.
why the audio.
And it was very funny. So just go watch it. So some guys find some cocaine on the beach in Florida.
Oh, here.
Of course it's Florida.
Right. Hold on. You two hold them up. Let's get a picture.
Let's get a picture with the cocaine.
Here we go.
Taking pictures with him all.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He goes, wink, wink.
So they actually found like 5 bricks of cocaine. And no, I'm just joking. And they turned it in 3.
They turned in 3. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, that's fair.
That's got to be what, $1 million of cocaine. I have no idea. I don't know the street value of shit like that, but like it's got to be $1 million.
Somebody's looking for it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy though.
I mean,
You would think $1 million of drugs of whatever drugs would definitely be looking at somebody found it.
Somebody
Somebody
found
lost it. Like, and somebody's probably dead somewhere for losing
do
it.
you test it real
I
quick?
imagine. Well, I don't know if you can test it real quick. I actually do think you can buy like fentanyl, like cocaine testers,
Yeah, you do those little
like
on
things.
TV.
Because cops have them all the time. Like
Yeah.
they test stuff, see if there's drugs in it. So like,
That's true.
pretty sure you can like
It
find that kind of
turns
stuff
blue
on
or
Amazon
purple or some
or
shit like
or
that.
whatever. I have no idea. I've never bought them. I don't do
I've never needed to.
that kind of drugs. So
No,
don't
Never
worry about it.
needed to. So fuck. Hey, real quick, just today,
Breaking
Ricky
news.
Henderson.
Ricky Henderson,
You don't remember
the father
Ricky
of
Henderson?
baseball, I believe is what he was called, right?
I don't know if he was called the father of baseball, but
Grandfather of baseball.
the dude was legit. He played for Oakland, New York, Toronto, back to Oakland, Toronto, Oakland, San Diego, Anaheim, New York Mets, Seattle, San Diego, Boston, and the Dodgers over 20 years? 22 seasons.
22 seasons.
Yeah, he played.
That's a
for
long-ass career.
Long-ass career, right? So his career stats, they're pretty fucking amazing. So average 279, home runs 297, RBIs 1,115, and he had a batting average of no, not batting. His batting average was 279. I don't remember what the OPS is. Anyway, he had an incredible career, but
Sounds
they
like
did
it.
say he just passed away today.
At
His
the age
family
of
hasn't come out. He would have been, so it was, he was born in, I have the notes right here, 58 to 24,
50 to 24, so he would have been like 63.
65,
65.
something like that, right? So yeah,
my
so,
dad was born.
R.I.P.
so-
man. I used to have,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick Ricky Henderson story. I had a Ricky Henderson rookie card.
Probably a lot of money now.
Way back in the day in like 92, right? Perfect condition. I sold it for $50 so I could buy wood to build a skateboard ramp.
At least you're a professional skateboarder now, making lots of money. From
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Right? I wonder how much. Let's see real quick how much a Ricky Henderson rookie card would be.
Yeah, I wonder. You know, I never got
Ricky-
into like collecting like cards and stuff. I have a couple cool cards in my like in a collection, if you will.
Mhm.
I have an autographed like Travis Pastrana card, but it's not like a rookie. They don't even do that kind of stuff. for, like, those kind of
$7,900.
stuff. Well, it's still a good amount of money.
Fucking good amount of
I
money.
mean,
For
it's
a rookie
only
card, for a
8,000,
great,
only $8,000 for a fucking
high
baseball
graded
card.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
fucking kind of cool. Yeah, so yeah, R.I.P. to Ricky Henderson. He had a fucking
R.I.P. to
amazing,
him and his family, or
amazing
to him, not his
career.
family, I
So
guess.
I do like baseball. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a
watch
baseball
lot.
guy, so I don't know much. I know like Babe Ruth,
I
Ken
collect.
Griffey Jr.
My brother, when he passed away, I got all of his baseball and hockey cards and football cards and all that. They're in a closet over here.
Yeah.
And so I kind of that's like my collection.
Yeah.
I've never gone out and actually bought more.
Have you gone through his cards to see if there's anything cool in there?
Yeah, there's some cool shit in there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
badass.
just sitting up in the closet.
Well, it's kind of cool because it's funny, you know, when you're a kid, and I know we're over a time, I think, right?
Yeah, we're
Whatever.
close. We'll be
We're like when you're a kid and you buy toys or you get them for Christmas or whatever, right? Exactly.
My brother sent me that.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was gonna say. So you get toys or you get like cards for your birthday or your
Usually beat him up
Christmas,
and
or you buy them, you get them for like you
Excuse
mow a lawn, you get $5, you go buy a pack of baseball cards.
Yeah.
And you open it up and you're like, oh, this is a cool card, but you don't think about like collector's edition and then today, 35 years later,
right.
it's like, oh shit, if I would have kept that fucking G.I. Joe toy that I sold my buddy for $12 or a
It would
card
be
that I
worth a fucking
lost,
ton. My brother
it's
collects
worth
all that shit.
so much money.
in
Oh.
his cellar. He's got like this huge.
Well, it's
room.
crazy. I've
He
actually gone
set
onto
it all
eBay and
up.
looking for all the shit that I used to have that I don't have anymore that I want. I'm like,
After going to Dark Side
really-
Pizza, like, dude, if you're in Texas, go to
Dude.
Dark Side Pizza. It is collectible.
there's so many G.I. Joes that I
everywhere.
want now
Yeah.
that I want. I have enough rooms in my house that are
You
empty
can fucking start.
that I could start a collection.
Yeah.
And I really want to. I want to buy a bunch of G.I. Joes that I used to have when I was a kid and just fill up that room full of like just cool,
yeah.
cool old
You know where you
toys.
get them at? You get 'em
eBay.
at- you can get them on eBay, but you go to like antique shops.
I always look for them.
Mhm.
Whenever I go to antique shops or
That's
even
where my
like
brother
thrift
goes all
shops,
the
I
time.
always go to like the toy section just to see if there's anything cool. That if like
Fuck yeah.
some person like would throw away their kids' toys that they're not even real.
donate 'em or something,
Or donate, yeah. I mean like donate them to like a fucking
Goodwill
thrift shop.
or- yeah.
But Goodwill normally typically doesn't have good stuff. You go to like the thrift shops that aren't like
They're
brand.
the ones that are going and
Exactly.
scraping off everything.
Exactly. Because Goodwill is a for-profit company. They say 501c3, but they're like making money off of the shit that you donate.
Yeah,
So like,
paying their people shit.
yeah.
Don't-
So
I don't know.
anyway,
I drop shit off there just so I can get the little piece.
I'd
of
rather
paper
throw it
for the
away. I
taxes.
don't give a fuck.
I get the tax write off, but
$6.
it's better than fucking no dollars. Get them tax benefits.
I just don't need it.
Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Go
Ho-hos.
watch Die Hard.
Yep, watch Die Hard.
Oh, also in the next we're gonna release this like tomorrow. I'm gonna get a thumbnail done either tonight or tomorrow morning.
Right.
Probably tomorrow morning to be clear. Just,
Okay.
I don't think tonight's gonna happen. But first thing tomorrow, I'm gonna get a thumbnail done. We're gonna release this tomorrow because it's coming out before Christmas.
Yep.
And sometime before Christmas, look for Heather Lynn's page. There's a new video coming out. I get murdered again.
Nice.
It's fun. It's gonna be a great video.
All right.
I'm not
looking
gonna give you
forward to that.
any more details about
It's
it.
before Christmas, you said?
It'll be before Christmas on
next couple days.
on Heather's and I think it's Heather and Black Rifle's YouTube and
I can't wait
Instagram.
to see this.
It'll be fantastic. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
it'll be good.
Y'all, Merry Christmas. Be safe. Don't forget to talk about where you put your asshole on your body if you had any chance to do it. Bring
Yeah.
that up to grandma or mom. I don't
Grandma and Grandpa will probably be the best people out.
Grandpa's going to have fun with it, though,
Yeah,
right? Because then he's going to go down to the VFW and he's going to be asking all his buddies.
100%.
100%. So with that, cheers. Take care. We appreciate y'all. Go out, like, subscribe, do all the things we've asked you to do 70 billion times. We appreciate it.
Actually, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. 'Cause I'm not sure if we'll have another episode.
Oh, if we
before
don't have
New Year's.
that's true.
So
'Cause New Year's, yeah.
both Happy
We'll see.
New Year's. Probably see you in 2025.
Got it, dude. Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah.